Every Easter, millions of children and chocolate lovers across the U.S. eagerly tear into brightly colored foil wrappers to discover a treat. That's as fun as it is delicious. The chocolate Easter egg. These sweet creations, often hiding a surprise. Toy or candy inside are more than just a seasonal snack. They're a nostalgic symbol of joy, creativity, and holiday magic. But have you ever stopped to wonder how these beautifully crafted chocolate eggs are made? From their humble roots as hand-decorated real eggs to the modern chocolate marvels we know today. The journey of an Easter egg is a fascinating blend of tradition, global agriculture, and cutting-edge factory innovation. Let's take a behind-the-scenes look into how the world's favorite springtime treat comes to life. The tradition of Easter eggs goes back centuries. Originally, they were simply hard-boiled eggs painted with bright colors and intricate designs, exchanged as heartfelt gifts during spring celebrations. In some cultures, intricately carved or painted wooden eggs were also used as keepsakes. But eventually, the humble egg evolved into something much sweeter: chocolate. The very first chocolate Easter eggs were hollow shells filled with candies, or miniature toys, making the experience of cracking one open more exciting than ever. Today's iconic structure of a chocolate egg often features a dual-layer milk chocolate on the outside, white chocolate on the inside, and a hidden yellow capsule at the center containing a small toy. The capsule's yellow hue is no accident. It's a playful nod to the color of an egg yolk, preserving the symbolism of rebirth and celebration that Easter eggs originally represented. To create these delicious masterpieces, the process starts with the most essential ingredient: cocoa. Chocolate wouldn't exist without cocoa beans, which come from the pods of cacao trees grown in tropical regions. West African nations like Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana supply most of the world's cocoa, thanks to their warm climates and experienced farmers. When the cocoa pods ripen, they change from green to shades of yellow and red, signaling they're ready to harvest. Workers handpick each pod with care, using machetes to slice them open and extract the sticky white pulp filled with cocoa beans. While the pulp itself has a tangy, citrus-like flavor, it's the beans that contain the bitter compounds destined to become rich, flavorful chocolate. Once harvested, the beans are piled into wooden boxes or banana leaves to undergo fermentation, a process that lasts up to a week. This crucial step breaks down the bitter flavors and develops the deep, complex aromas we associate with chocolate. After fermentation, the beans are spread out under the sun to dry naturally for about 10 days. Workers regularly turn the beans to ensure even drying and reduce moisture content. Once they've dried to perfection, the beans are bagged and shipped to chocolate processing facilities around the world, ready to be transformed into the chocolate we all know and love. At the factory, the beans go through a detailed cleaning process to remove dirt, stones, and any debris collected during transport. Then they move on to roasting, one of the most important steps in developing flavor. Roasting temperatures and duration are carefully controlled. High-temperature roasting produces bold, intense chocolate notes, while lower temperatures preserve subtle, fruity, or floral undertones. After roasting, the beans are cracked open and the outer shells are separated, leaving behind the cocoa nibs, the heart of the chocolate. These nibs are ground into a thick paste known as chocolate liquor, which is then further processed into either cocoa powder or cocoa butter, depending on the desired outcome. Cocoa butter is the creamy fat that gives chocolate its smooth, melting mouth texture, while cocoa powder delivers the rich taste and color. Sugar is the next key ingredient in chocolate, and its journey often begins in sprawling fields of sugarcane or sugar beets. Once harvested, the sugarcane is transported to processing facilities where it's washed and crushed to extract juice. This juice is boiled to remove moisture, creating a syrup from which sugar crystals can form. These raw sugar crystals still contain impurities, so they're further refined to remove color and produce pure white sugar. The result is a neutral, sweet ingredient that pairs perfectly with cocoa to create this smooth, balanced flavor we expect in chocolate Easter eggs. Another crucial component is milk, particularly in creating milk chocolate. On high-quality dairy, farm's milk is collected from healthy cows raised on a carefully managed diet. Once collected, the milk is tested for purity and immediately pasteurized to kill harmful bacteria. It's then concentrated and dried using a method called spray drying, where droplets of milk are sprayed into hot air, rapidly removing moisture and leaving behind a fine powder. This milk powder is rich in flavor and essential nutrients and is often fortified with vitamins before it's stored for use in chocolate manufacturing. When blended with cocoa, sugar, and cocoa butter, this powdered milk helps create the creamy, luxurious taste that defines milk chocolate. At modern chocolate factories like the Cadbury facility in Melbourne, which produces over 300 million chocolate Easter eggs annually for Australia and New Zealand. The chocolate-making process is a stunning display of precision and scale. Large sacks of cocoa beans are first poured into massive pipelines that carry them to cleaning stations. There, rotating drums and air jets remove leftover husks, dirt, and debris. Clean beans then enter industrial roasters where their flavors are unlocked and enhanced. Once roasted, the beans are ground, pressed to extract cocoa butter, and refined into smooth chocolate. The next phase is all about shaping that chocolate into the familiar egg form. Melted milk chocolate is poured into molds shaped like hollow egg halves. These molds are spun in machines to ensure an even coating across the entire surface, creating a delicate yet sturdy chocolate shell. After cooling and hardening, the two halves are filled with toys or candy capsules and then sealed together with more liquid chocolate. The finished eggs are polished, wrapped in vibrant foil, and packaged for distribution around the world. But beyond the shiny packaging and sweet center, these Easter eggs represent something bigger. They're the result of a global supply chain, powered by thousands of people from cocoa farmers and sugarcane workers to dairy experts, engineers, and chocolatiers. And while the process has become highly automated, there's still a deep sense of care and tradition behind every egg. For many families in the U.S., unwrapping a chocolate egg on Easter morning is more than just a treat. It's a cherished ritual passed down through generations. Today's chocolate Easter eggs continue to capture the imagination of kids and adults alike, offering not just a snack, but a moment of surprise and delight. Whether you crack one open to reveal a tiny toy, savor it slowly piece by piece, or decorate with them during family gatherings, you're experiencing the result of centuries of evolution, innovation, and sweet storytelling. What if we told you that inside every chocolate Easter egg lies a symphony of precision engineering, food science, and pure joy? From the silky layers of chocolate to the surprise toys tucked inside, these iconic treats are more than just candy. They're the result of high-tech production lines working hand in hand with age-old chocolate-making traditions. In today's fast-moving world of mass production, few confections still hold the same excitement and nostalgia as a hollow chocolate egg with a secret waiting inside. Let's take you behind the scenes, where craftsmanship meets creativity, and show you how these delightful Easter favorites are brought to life from cocoa bean to candy shelf. The process begins long before chocolate even touches a mold. It all starts with cocoa beans, carefully selected and processed to create the foundation for the rich flavor we all crave. Once harvested, fermented, and dried, these cocoa beans are roasted and then pressed to extract cocoa butter. Left behind are dense cocoa cakes packed with flavor and potential. But their journey doesn't stop there. These cakes are sent through powerful grinders that refine them into a fine, smooth powder. This chocolate base is crucial. It serves as the flavor backbone for many of the indulgent treats we love, including Easter eggs. Once all the essential ingredients have been prepared: milk powder, sugar, soy lecithin, and cocoa, they are carefully measured and combined. Every component is precisely weighed to maintain the signature flavor and texture consumers expect. Two distinct chocolate layers are created during this process: an outer milk chocolate layer that delivers a perfect blend of creamy sweetness and deep cocoa richness, and an inner white chocolate layer that melts smoothly with a light, delicate finish. These mixtures are transferred into massive stainless steel tanks, where they're gently stirred at just the right temperature to create an ultra-smooth blend. This step ensures all ingredients are evenly distributed and the chocolate has the right consistency before it's shaped. Next comes refinement, where the chocolate mixture is passed through a series of finely tuned steel rollers. These rollers reduce cocoa particles to an incredibly fine size, usually below 0.8 microns, resulting in the silky smooth mouthfeel that melts instantly on your tongue. This refinement is what separates premium chocolate from the grainy, cheap alternatives. But even this isn't the final step. The mixture then undergoes a critical process known as tempering. This involves carefully heating and cooling the chocolate to control the formation of crystals in the cocoa butter. Perfect tempering ensures the chocolate has a glossy sheen, a satisfying snap, and won't develop that unappealing white bloom that can occur with improperly stored chocolate once tempered. The chocolate is moved into specialized mixing tanks that gently stir it at a constant temperature. This stage helps further develop the flavor, allowing any remaining bitterness to evaporate while improving the texture and consistency. From there, the finished chocolate is transported to an in-house lab where trained tasters and technicians run quality control checks. They evaluate the chocolate's texture, appearance, and taste, making sure it meets the brand's exacting standards before it's used in production. Now, the fun really begins. The molds used to shape chocolate eggs are specially designed to resemble dinosaur eggs, adding a playful twist that makes them even more exciting for kids and collectors. Before the chocolate is poured in, each mold is gently preheated to ensure the chocolate flows evenly and adheres properly. Then, precise nozzles dispense just the right amount of tempered chocolate into each mold. The molds are placed into a rotating machine that spins in multiple directions, evenly coating the entire interior with a thin, flawless layer of chocolate. This rotation ensures no bubbles form and the shell maintains a consistent thickness. Throughout, once filled, the molds travel along a fully automated conveyor belt into a refrigerated tunnel. Here, the chocolate quickly solidifies, locking in its glossy surface and giving the shell its strength and structure. While the outer layer cools, the magic continues inside. Tiny plastic capsules containing collectible toys, puzzles, or other surprises are loaded and inserted into the cooled egg halves using a robotic arm. These capsules are designed to be child-safe and easily openable, and their contents vary by season or theme. Some include mini-games, others contain figurines or even buildable models, making every easy opening experience an adventure beyond the traditional hollow eggs. The factory also creates a variety of chocolate treats that appeal to all tastes and ages. Some of the most popular are the mini eggs, which are about the size of real hen's eggs and feature a soft, creamy filling inside. There are also animal-shaped chocolates and holiday-themed designs age-crafted with the same precision and care. These whimsical treats are molded and decorated to delight, making them as fun to look at as they are to eat. Once the surprises are placed inside, 2 egg halves are carefully aligned by another set of automated arms. Using a touch of heat, the edges are slightly melted, allowing the chocolate to bond naturally. This forms a seamless seal that holds the egg together without any adhesives. After sealing, the eggs move on to the wrapping station. Each egg is wrapped in a thin sheet of food-safe aluminum foil, designed not only to look festive, but also to preserve freshness and protect against light and moisture. These foils are cut to exact sizes and applied by machines that use gentle heat and pressure to mold the wrapping perfectly around the contours of each. egg without damaging the fragile shell beneath. The entire production line is a showcase of automation, cleanliness, and precision. From ingredient handling to final packaging, every step is optimized to ensure consistency and safety. Each egg is checked for defects and inconsistencies before being boxed and shipped out to supermarkets, candy stores, and Easter baskets across the country. The result, a sweet surprise that brings joy to millions of families every year. And let's not forget the real star of the show, the moment of discovery. There's something undeniably exciting about peeling back the foil, cracking open the chocolate shell, and finding that hidden treasure inside. It's an experience that mixes nostalgia, anticipation, and pure delight, one that's hard to replicate with any other snack. It's no wonder these eggs continue to be a seasonal favorite and a symbol of Easter joy. So the next time you unwrap one of these sweet creations, remember that it's more than just a chocolate treat. It's the result of skilled engineering, global ingredient sourcing, and a little touch of magic. Whether you're 8 or 80, there's something undeniably satisfying about cracking open a chocolate egg to reveal the surprise inside. And that joy, that wide-eyed chocolate-covered smiles, what keeps this tradition alive year after year.